Have you ever been in a situation where you've looked at your computer screen, you've had to write a mail, but you just didn't know how to get started or how to express your ideas effectively? Well, we've all been there. Let's, in today's video, talk about how to write effective and awesome emails in a very simple way. Hi, I'm Ajeeth. I'm from Capshine. Capshine is a revolutionary learn it together English fluency program. With Capshine, learning English is easy, quick, fun, affordable, and effective, and we promise a whole new you in 6 months or less. So, how do you go about writing an email? Well, it's fairly simple. An email has some components to it, and once you understand the components, we can figure out how to write in each of these situations. So, the first thing you do is greet or bring in a salutation. You have an opening sentence. You write your main idea or what you're writing about in your body. You have a closing, and of course, you have your final signature. Let's look at each of these components and see what role they play and how we can write for each of these situations. So the first thing you do is you greet or salute. What you do here is, well, if you're not sure who the person is, then you'd say good morning Mr. or Miss and their name, right? Suggesting that you don't really have a relationship with them already. You don't know whether they're superior, it's formal, informal, you don't have an idea about that. That's a very safe way to go. Or hello, hi, if it's a slightly more informal, if it's a not highly bureaucratic setup. Dear sir or madam, if it's a very formal or a very senior person, you would use that salutation. And if it's a very friendly person that you're very comfortable with, you'd say hey. And these are all great ways to salute or greet the person that you're writing to. The next thing that you do is to have your opening statement. Here you introduce yourself. So you'd say, hi, my name is Ajeeth Peo, and I am a teacher at Capshine, right? Or whatever your designation, role, or organization may be. This sets the context and they know who you are or who's writing the email. You also follow this up with a warm welcome, which is, I hope you had a great start to the week. I trust you're doing fine. I hope you are hale and healthy, or I hope this mail finds you well. So this sets the context. It's friendly, professional, and a great way to start the first few sentences of your email. Once you have this in place, the next thing you do, of course, is write the body of the email. Now, this is where you write the main content of your email. Whatever you're writing about goes here, but you want to introduce it correctly. For example, I would like to inform you that, and whatever you would like to inform them about. So, for example, you're writing to someone about the fact that they haven't, let's say, paid their subscription. Right? I'd like to inform you that your subscription is coming to an end and you want to pay so much to continue it, or whatever the context is. This is to inform you about something, about the event that I'm conducting on this day. I am reaching out because I'd like a favor from you, and whatever the favor is. So using these introductory phrases in your body can set the tone, and they will know exactly what you're expecting of them and what they should be focusing in your email. That said, there are multiple different purposes that a body can serve, or multiple different purposes that you write an email for. Let's look at them. But before that, let me quickly introduce you to the revolutionary Learn It Together model by Capshine. With Capshine, you get speaking opportunities, you get to learn and practice as a group, you get a personal coach who gives you recommendation and feedback to help you improve your fluency and accuracy, and of course, you have daily micro lessons and live classes that help you build your foundations and a place where you can get your doubts clarified with a mentor. Awesome. Let's continue with how to write great emails. Specifically, let's look at the different contexts in which we might be writing the email. So let's say you're writing the email to respond to a thread in a mail. There are a bunch of emails already, and you're responding to a bunch of other queries that have been provided in that thread. So what do? Well, you could say, this is to follow up from the discussion we had on that day. I am getting back to you about the discussion we had, or the plan and the progress so far about it. As discussed in the foregoing discussion, let us meet up to talk about this, or whatever it might be. All these are great phrases to start your ideas and then slot in your ideas there to talk about what you want to express in that. What if you're writing an email to make a request? Well, in that case, you start off with phrases such as, I would appreciate it if you could, and whatever you want them to do. Could you let me know if you have 10 minutes at the end of the day to talk about this, right? Could you confirm when we could meet to have this discussion? All these are great ways to request for something and to set that requirement in context. And of course, you could also be emailing someone to ask for information. So here are some ways to do it. Do you have any details or updates on whatever it is that you're following up on? May I please know when or what has happened with this, or when this would happen, right? And again, there are multiple other ways of saying it, but using these phrases and introductory statements can set the context very clearly, and the reader will know exactly what you're talking about. If, on the other hand, you're making an arrangement through email, you're setting certain things in place and you're making arrangements, then some formats could be, would 10 a.m. be suitable for the meeting? I'm afraid I'm not available on Wednesday. Would Thursday work? Or I would like to confirm our meeting from 3 p.m. on Wednesday, the 11th. This clarifies and shows the arrangement that you've made and also clearly states the purpose of your email. Once you've gotten the body in place very clearly, again, the idea is to be crisp and clear, use introductory phrases and templates that are very easy to understand. Don't be fancy with your wording. Don't be very elaborate. Be to the point. Get to the point, because the reader's attention is limited and you want to capture their attention very, very quickly, right? Once you've gotten that in place, a little bit of niceties, or to reiterate what you've said, you want to have a good closing. Here you would say something like, I look forward to hearing from you soon, looking forward to a prompt response, or I would appreciate a prompt attention to this matter, depending on the context and the person you're emailing, of course. You could also say, I look forward to receiving your approval soon about this, right? If you're emailing a client or a superior. And of course, in the end with a signature. Again, a lot of people sort of play around with this, but there are only certain kinds of signatures you want to use when you're closing, when you're signing off. For example, your sincerely with your name, best wishes with your name. You could also add your company, your designation, all of that, but do not use too many variants here, right? Or thank you with your name and designation. These are simple ways to sign off. Do not go overboard with your signatures and what you say here, right? Just use these and you will have a very clean, to the point email that is effective and easy for the reader to understand. Great, I hope you found this video effective and useful. Make sure you check out the 30-day free trial to get a taste of how English fluency can be improved very quickly. And of course, you can do this by going to capshine.com or downloading the app from the Play Store. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell notification to not miss videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.